How has the barefoot shoe helped? You're mentioning these things kind of helping maybe in a small factor in terms of the shin splints. How do you think a minimalist shoe has helped with the shin splints?
I think it's just from the foot level, the foot is getting stronger with every step that you take in a minimalist shoe, right? And if you think about the goal of the technology in running shoes now, it's to make it more comfortable, right? We're seeking comfort. And the squishy midsole, the carbon fiber plate, it creates an ease of use. Your foot doesn't have to do much work. So now when you eliminate that and you get into a minimalist shoe or a barefoot shoe, now you feel the ground. And every single step you take, and that's why there's a break-in period where it's like you shouldn't go from 0 to 100, right? Because that would once again be stupid. Like starting maybe 2 days a week, slowly incorporating it on some small walks or things of that sort. But once that becomes okay, now I can do this Monday through Sunday. Every day I could wear a barefoot shoe and have no issue. I think over time, my foot has just gotten stronger. Now, I'm not saying that the barefoot shoe or minimalist shoe has been the only thing, because it's not. There's a lot of other pieces to that. But I think, one, it creates this level of awareness for me too, where now when I go to the airport or when I'm walking or sitting at Chipotle, I can go sit in my Asian squat and I don't care what the looks I get, because I'm just like, I'm working on my mobility. It keeps me more cautious because at any point of the day, I could work on mobility. It doesn't just have to be when I'm at home or when I'm doing X, Y, and Z. It could be when I'm at Costco. I'm like, oh, there's a long line? Shit, Asian squat, I could work on the post chain, get some RDLs in, whatever. So I think over time, it's just become, it's like built into my lifestyle, my routine.
And the minimalist shoes, you may run in them a bit, but you also are kind of using them strategically. You're not, you have certain runs where you'll run in like just a running shoe that's going to actually help propel you forward, right?
Exactly. So I mean, pretty much when I'm in most of my other runs, I wear some form of a running shoe. When I'm in the gym, I'm always in a barefoot shoe. If I'm sprinting, I'll either go completely barefoot or get into a minimalist shoe, because I can really, the velocity when you're sprinting, it's forcing you to really get on your toes and be on the forefoot, right? So naturally, you're going to be in a running gait that is really natural to the human body. Heel striking is not natural. There's nothing natural about it. That's why when you take your shoes off, there's very few people that heel strike when they sprint. Yeah, it just doesn't happen. It's not the best. It's not the most efficient way for your body to pick up speed. So incorporating pieces of that barefoot sprint work has also been a big thing. But yeah, I would say I use barefoot shoes, minimalist shoes almost all the time when I'm not running.
Power Project family, your normal shoes are making you weak. This is why I partner with Vivo Barefoot Shoes, because they have a wide toe box, they're flat, and they're flexible. So with every single step you're taking, if you're taking a 10-minute walk outside or when you're working out in the gym, your feet are able to do what they're supposed to do in this shoe. They have tons of options for hiking, running, training in the gym, chilling and relaxing, casual shoes for if you're out on a date. You need to check them out. And Andrew, how can they get it?
Yes, that's over at vivobarefoot.com/powerproject, and you guys will receive 15% off your order automatically. Again, vivobarefoot.com/powerproject. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes.
Yeah. And one thing we were talking about on the gym is you mentioned like you were on a trail, and you did notice when you were using one of those minimalist trail shoes that your foot had so much fatigue, and you just tell them about what happened.
Yeah. I mean, one of my friends wanted to go on a quick trail run, and I had like a 16-mile workout that day. It was just a long run, getting miles on the feet. The first 6 miles I wore these Vivo Barefoots, and we went through a trail. So it's a mixture of, hiking, jogging, running, kind of everything in between. I felt pretty good for the first 6 miles, and this was the first time I really took barefoot shoes for a run. Yeah. So 6 miles, I'm like, all right, after I was done, I'm like, all right, did the math. I'm like, I got 8 or 9 more miles. And in my head, I'm like, that shouldn't be too bad, especially now I'm going to get into cushion shoes. It should feel real easy. But the back half of those miles, I started to feel more fatigued, like my entire body. Yeah. Because when you're in minimalist shoes or barefoot shoes, like the energy that you have to use to focus on your foot placement, to focus on your foot itself, impacting the ground. Yeah. It's a lot of energy, even though you don't feel it that much, because, for me at that point, 6 miles was like, it was more of like an easy run I could do. But then I noticed on the back half, it wasn't just the heat in Austin. I felt like I used more energy in those first 6 miles. So even as I was wearing these Hoka shoes, I'm like, dude, why does this feel so hard? Like 8 miles around a trail, like it shouldn't feel this difficult, but it did. And I think it shows you that when you're using barefoot shoes, it requires more out of your body and your mind.
And that's why, Mark, like you've mentioned, people have talked about you having your Nike Super shoes, and they're like, I thought you wear barefoot shoes. Right. But those shoes tend to save your feet when you're doing heavier mileage.
And just save your like lower leg, you know, maybe for someone that doesn't have experience running, it might not be a bad place to start. I do think that you can train your feet, and there's other ways to train your feet, you know, and I would say it's similar to like a lifting strap. Like straps and lifting, it might help save your elbows. It's going to allow you to overload. You're going to be able to handle more weight. But if you're someone that's powerlifting and cares about having like a strong deadlift without straps, then you're going to have to also train your grip. And so in this case, you're going to want to train the feet, train the shins, train the calves, train the lower leg. But in addition to that, just wear whatever shoes feel good. Like so much of running, what I'm learning, so much of running comes down to like what feels good for you. What food feels right for you. It doesn't matter if it's an Uncrustable. It doesn't matter if it like doesn't fit this like particular diet protocol. It doesn't matter that, you know, what you want to bring with you or what you want to wear maybe isn't the most ideal thing. What matters is how comfortable are you with it, because sometimes you're running for several hours. It's got to be comfortable with it.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. And I think so many people get into this analysis paralysis because there's so much information now. What shoes should I wear? What vest should I bring? What socks are going to help me? And I'm just like, dude, guys, like at the base level of all of this, it's none of that, right? Obviously, you have to go out and you have to put some work in because you have to understand your body and how it adapts.
You're probably kind of slow.
Yeah, I mean, and that's okay. And that's okay.
You're probably kind of slow if you're trying to find the percentage in those other things.
100%.
Like just take your time, and over time, you're going to get faster. It's going to be all right.
It's patience. It's patience.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too, so you can get whatever you like from us. All right. Peace.